Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
For the first time with James Conner. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Double. 77.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Here we go.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Philip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball in the backfield.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsay. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Lindsay, the ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Gonna throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. First and goal from just inside the 5. They'll run with Lindsay. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Short of the goal line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll try to run with Lindsay. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown.
Philip Lindsay, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
42 the mic, boy. 42 the mic. I got you, punk.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Watch right, 50. I got him.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Quick slant to Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That's good.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They run the option here on first and 10. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hairston. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Philip Lindsay, the Broncos.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows, get the ball to him right away.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up second.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Clock now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Locke to throw. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Lindsay. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 more there and another first down.
I know people see Philip Lindsay's role in Denver is changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos push further out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now the third-year man from NC State, it's Jalen Samuels. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs. On the counter, it's Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Here's Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Ben to throw again. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by the rookie Michael Ojemudia. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over 1st and
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll drop here to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Lock. This is the tight end Fant. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too late.
And this now 3rd and 11 after that 2nd down completion actually went back a yard. Shotgun snap to Lock. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Again, they'll throw with Lock. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Throwing again on second down. Locke. This is Hamler on the receiving end. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Again, it's Locke. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
First down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Locke looks to throw it again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jerry Jeudy with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow, to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger.
At their 40-yard.
Ebron caught left side. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Completion here to Claypool. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Antonio Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football. Full half to be played.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. That's complete. Okuebuna. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
Tighten up. 61. Large box, right.
And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Now Locke again. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Here we go. 50, Mike. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the Mike. I don't think you got it, son. 36. Good dash. Come. Lock it.
Locke working out of the gun. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, it's Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Locke. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he should be able to put him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Roethlisberger's pass.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Roethlisberger's pass complete to Jalen Samuels. Brings up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Roethlisberger throwing complete to McDonald. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Check three. Necker.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 6-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They'll run here with Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Lock. And he fires one, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
For the Broncos.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. Quick slant to Brown. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 98 yards. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Try and run it, and he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
Broncos 21, Steelers 20.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys. Eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
The 32-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Operating from the gun. Block. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's third and short.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Clock now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. The second-year man lock to the rookie Judy for a Bronco first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
The ball carrier.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
They're on the tackle.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Shotgun snap to Locke. Able to get this to Gordon. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, 61 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Jack 16. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run.
The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Here we go. Ready? Check. Mac 42. I can't believe what you play. I can't believe it.
They'll look to throw. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for an onside kick.
They would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that two-point conversion. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for two.
The Steelers will line up for the two-point conversion.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their two-point lead. So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Broncos.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Lock to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw is Locke. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Locke. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now the Broncos' big-ticket acquisition, it's Melvin Gordon. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 8-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 points. 54. They're going to need some damage.
Block on the give. It's Lindsay. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Another 6-yard carry. Same as last play. First down.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Today's final score.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. I remember saying to someone after my second or third day there, like, this altitude thing, this is no big deal. And day 4, it hit. And it hit hard. And it took me a while to get ready and get acclimated. So some teams, they like to come in early, try and get on a schedule and feel good with it. Other teams say, forget it. Let's not let the effects jump on us. They come in as late as possible, as close to kickoff, and play. Whatever way they did it.